going on, Jerome's? Beautiful Tuesday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, of course, we all knew Sunday Night Football. It all comes down to this NFC North division, the one seed in the NFC. Vikings versus Lions. And, of course, the Lions took on the 49ers, who just flat out quit, right? And also, Brock Purdy is ass. Thank you. I honestly cannot believe that the 49ers had Brock Purdy and Slinging Sam Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, on the same team last year in the same quarterback room. And the geniuses, the brain... Oh, by the way, Shanahan and John Lynch get way too much of a pass for the Trey Lance debacle. You know, the pride of Marshall, Minnesota. You traded 3 first-round picks and change for a quarterback that was beaten out by the last pick in the 7th round. Of course, they don't get hammered for that, although they should, right? But Brock Purdy is absolute garbaggio, padding dirty Kirby Joseph stats. By the way, Kirby Joseph should have been ejected for getting in that scuffle, throwing Juwan Jennings into the stands after he and Terry Arnold were mixing things up. So Juwan Jennings blocked Terry Arnold, who's playing football. Then Terry Arnold got mad, and then Kirby Joseph knocked Juwan Jennings into the stands. How is that not an ejection? But, of course, we know that the refs are down with the Lions narrative, and the Vikings are never going to get a whistle. The Vikings are never going to get a flag. All the high-leverage calls are going to go against the Vikings. We know this, right? Because the league wants the Lions story and the media darlings to continue. They don't want the dirty underdog Vikings, right? It's okay. You got to play better than the refs and the Vikings going to whoop some ass, because hey, the Lions played all their starters and they were trying. They're trying so hard, and that defense sucks ass. Well, we'll take it, man. We'll take it, because I cannot wait. Oh, pretty Ricky Pearsall going for 8 for $141 and a touchdown, right? Oh snap! I can't wait until they run up against Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. Also, George Kittle, who's a much less talented Hawkeye tight end than Hawkinson. Hawkinson's guys would be like, yum, yum, yum. That's right. And the Lions, now they're making a big deal. Oh, the Lions are 8-0 on the road. Rah, 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 rah. Well, it's going to serve them well on Wild Card Weekend when they're out on the road against the Rams or the Bucks. Can we just play tomorrow? That's what I want to do, man. A New Year's Day bowl game. Vikings versus Lions in the parking lot. And also you in the parking lot. Of course, Jake Bates became a meme. Whatever. Hey, you know that 2-point blowout where Jake Bates had to kick that last-second field goal? Hey, cool. Awesome. And also what was great, too. So the Lions probably, depending on what time you're watching this, the Lions probably just landed back in Detroit at like 6 a.m. their time. And the Vikings have been home resting, because the Vikings game ended like 7:20 Central Time, Sunday night. And the Vikings have been fully rested for about 36 hours. And this matters. This really does matter, because the trip from Santa Clara to Detroit, I mean, it's not a short trip. And also, you're not getting a ton of rest on the plane. Plus, you know that Lions players, they're all hyped up. They're going to go out New Year's Eve. So they're going to have a short week. They're going to have a not get their rest. And also, we talked about, like, beyond the obvious one of risking players to injury, which Amon-Ra, even though he caught a touchdown after banged up his knee, I mean, that's certainly going to sting a little bit after the adrenaline wears off. It's just standard recovery from a week of football. And the Lions didn't have that. So now they're banged up. Weird week with the New Year's. Short week. And the Vikings have been resting. And, Minneapolis to Detroit is just a short hop, skip, and a jump. It's okay. It's okay. Everything is bending in the Vikings' favor. And the Vikings offense, I mean, Slinging Sam Darnold, he needs 5 touchdowns to break the Vikings single-season passing touchdown record. I think he might get it. He might get it against the Lions, man. Look what Josh Allen did, baby. So let's go. But also from the stupid 49ers game, Josh Dobbs got in at the end because Brock Purdy got banged up by Brian Branch. Also, Purdy was terrible. Just completely god-awful. Yeah, if they're going to pay him $60 million, good luck. But Josh Dobbs had a couple passes to his former University of Tennessee teammate, Juwan Jennings, as well as ran in a touchdown. It was vintage Josh Dobbs. And I will always be a PASSTRONAUT fan. I don't care what happens. Like, in the middle of a very poopy season where Jefferson had the hamstring, Kirk Cousins, if he would have stayed healthy, even though his old ass was old ass, like the Vikings probably win the division last year or at least get double-digit wins. And Dobbs was a breath of fresh air for about 6 quarters, but they turned back into ass. But I'll always respect the PASSTRONAUT, man. It's always good. Something I also always respect, J.J. McCarthy. So this is great. This is from C-Dot. Sam's biggest hype man, the guy that the media is saying we should trade away to keep Sam. Don't be fooled. He's mature beyond his years and is perfect for this team. And beyond that, like, you would think that, okay, slinging Sam Darnold, playing like a top 5, top 4 MVP candidate. He's hot right now. Looks like a future franchise guy. He's only 27. The better that he plays and the further that the Vikings go, the odds are increasing that he is back next year. And J.J. McCarthy, he's the ultimate competitor, but he's only 21, coming off of one knee procedure and then an injection, not 2 surgeries like the media keeps repeating over and over and over again. And obviously he wants to be the guy in 2025. Kevin McConnell, Kwesi believe in that. But things change. Circumstances change. And with McCarthy, you know, a lesser man, a less mature kid would be like, I don't like Ginger Jesus. I don't like him taking my gerb. I don't like all that. But no, J.J. McCarthy is fully hyped because you're watching that video initially, like you saw Harrison Phillips, you know, lifting up, slinging Sam Darnold. You wonder, like, who else is lifting him up? Oh yeah, J.J. McCarthy, the guy with the bad knee, who probably shouldn't be lifting him up. But it's a perfect metaphor. J.J. McCarthy, it's the epitome of this team. No ego. It's all about team. It's all about winning. And I love that. And this permeates through every single pore of this franchise, man. It's beautiful what Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell got going and this team have going. I love it. So, something I also love. So if you pay attention on social media for like the last 48 hours, Packers fans have been going over this onside, or not onside, this field goal offside, like this Zapruder film. Back and to the left, back and to the left. And also, Josh Norris, I mean, got into this too. It's like, oh, you know, the Packers lost by 2. Here's what's so idiotic about this. So say that the Vikings get this field goal taken off the board, all right? Isn't called, record misses, it's whatever. You're telling me that the rest of the game plays out exactly the way they did. So you're telling me that the Vikings taking those 3 points off the board, so the Vikings at the end of the game, they get the ball back with 2:18. They're down 1 point. They just get 2 first downs and then run out the clock. Are you telling me that's what's going to happen? It's so stupid. It's so reductive and idiotic and just like for clicks. But Packers fans are in full coat mode. And they're saying, oh, it's actually kind of better that we're in the horse because we're not. Bring it. Like, the Packers have 0 chance to win the Super Bowl this year. And I can say that pretty confidently. I don't know if the Vikings going to win the Super Bowl. I know that the Packers aren't. That's it. Although, famous last words. Although, I know everyone's going to say, like, oh, you're jinxing it. Oh, what's going to happen? The Vikings don't win a Super Bowl since 1961. Shut up. Jordan Addison had a great event at Mall of America. People are going nuts. Free three, absolutely. So at the Mall of America, meeting fans. Maybe shouldn't have wore green. I don't know. But 3 is in full effect. So I love to see Jordan Addison. You know, obviously he's had his off-the-field issues, but I feel like this year he's really drilled down, and you can just sense, like, he's learning. He's putting in the work. I feel like Jefferson as a leader and kind of a big brother figure, as well as, you know, McCardle's leadership in that wide receiver room, I think that it is really starting to pay off. And Addison, like, he does all the dirty work now. Like, he fights for contested catches. He is great blocking in the run game. He's great blocking out on screens. And, I mean, he's getting that work. And we're going to need Addison. Like, if and when the Vikings make a run in this thing, we're going to need 3. I love it. Also, someone we need, Speedy Naylor. All right, so Speedy Naylor had all those consecutive games with a touchdown early on when Addison was hurt, and then caught one against the Packers. Should have caught one against the Jaguars, but yeah, as well as the Rams. But this is great. Wide receivers with 6 receiving touchdowns this season: Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Nico Collins, Jameson Williams, although that changed on Monday Night Football. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Actually, no, it didn't, did it? Because it was a reverse and then a hook and lateral. But yeah. Malik Neighbors and Jalen Speedy Naylor. All he does is catch touchdowns. And so it's a weird game because people who made big-time plays in the Vikings-Packers game, Jerry Tillery, punch-out, fumble. Jalen Naylor had some big-time catches, including the touchdown. C.J. Ham moving the sticks on that first catch in 2-minute drill at the end of the game. 2-minute drill before the 2-minute warning. And then Cam Akers. Screen pass, skedaddling for the touchdown, as well as securing that first down on third down. So this team is all about the stars, yes, but the guys, the bricks and mortar dudes, that hold all the bricks together. I love it. And also, no one cares who gets the credit. That's what's great about this team too. No one cares. It's all about the team. It's all about winning. It's great. Also great. So the media jack will start to come around. Now, Pete Schrager, Good Morning Football, generally has been pretty okay about calling a spade, but he really creams in his jeans. He put something out the other day where it's like, the Rams coach is already studying up on film for the Seahawks. That's dedication. No, it's like, no, that's the job. Even though they won the division. But Schrager, the MVP will be an AFC quarterback. Debatable. Debate that one elsewhere. My take, there's been no better quarterback in the NFC this season than this man. 14-2, 31-35 passing, 35 tutties, 106.4 quarterback rating, which is good. All right, and I know that what the Lions fans are going to say. What about Jared Goff? He's the most irrelevant quarterback in the National Football League. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts hasn't been that. Stafford fits and starts. Purdy, obviously not. So, yes, I think that you could make a very good case that Slinging Sam Darnold, a.k.a. America's quarterback, has been the best quarterback in the NFC this season, and I don't even think it's that controversial. I think that's 100% fact. Lastly, Kevin O'Connell fed the local media Jackals Victory Monday presser. Good news about keeping up with the Joneses. Ben Gessling, Strib, go. Kevin O'Connell said the Vikings got some really positive news on Patrick Jones' knee. Dirty Tucker Kraft. They think he could have a chance to play Sunday against the Lions. Aaron Jones should be able to participate through the week, O'Connell said, and Fabian Moreau could get some more work. Now, Jones left in the fourth quarter with that quad injury. Aaron Jones left with a quad injury. Patrick Jones got that knee, but luckily, knocking on all the wood, seems like he escaped a major injury. So it's good news because it's going to have to be all hands on deck against the low-energy Detroit Lions Sunday Night Football. It's great. So many Lions fans in the comments. It's like, hey, you went 14-2. You just had your best season ever. Vikings are 14-2, messing around with Sam Darnold in a rebuild year. Just enjoy it. I mean, why are you going to some low to mid-level fan blog of the opposing team and just like, we're going to beat you? Who cares? Don't care. It's funny. Speaking of rent-free, man. But that's it. Vikings news dump this glorious, beautiful Tuesday. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skull production value.